StreamSets Transformer for Snowflake is a tool that allows users to perform complex data transformations natively in Snowflake. Leveraging the power of Snowpark, it exposes a user-friendly graphical interface to simplify building, executing, and monitoring even the most complex data transformations. Whether you're a data engineer interested in simplifying complex transformations and adapting to change, a business user interested in self-service capabilities and cross-team collaboration, or a data analyst looking to rapidly deliver analytics-ready data, Transformer for Snowflake will help you unlock the power of the data cloud. To get a sense of the kind of tasks users can simplify and operationalize with Transformer for Snowflake, let's take a look at a demo for a healthcare use case. For this example, we're tasked with enriching transactional data in Snowflake containing encounters between doctors and their patients. These encounters are split between different time periods, with each having their own schema, and we're going to want to reconcile any differences before joining the union data with two other tables containing records about medical providers and patient information. After being mindful to remove sensitive personal information and leveraging some of Snowflake's advanced native functions, we'll write a new table of enriched doctor-patient encounters that would be ideal for building dashboards or for further analytical processing. Let's start by bringing in our unenriched doctor-patient encounters data. To do this, we add a Snowflake table origin. You can configure which table to select by using our Data Explorer tool, which will let you step through your databases and schemas by either clicking or with simple keyword search. In this case, I'll search for earlier encounters and then bring in the view I care to process. I'll also give this stage a name, Encounters Old, just to keep things organized. We'll repeat these steps to bring in our recent encounters as well. With both tables represented, we can use Transformer for Snowflake's preview functionality to get a glimpse at the data we'll be processing. Regular users of Snowflake's SnowSite UI will feel right at home. To enrich this data, we'll need to combine our datasets, but their schemas don't match. While this would pose a problem when writing a union statement in SQL, we can handle this by using the union processor. By setting column handling to pass all columns, Transformer for Snowflake will handle the mismatched schemas for us. Turning our attention to our patient records, let's add another Snowflake table origin. After selecting the patient's table we need, we'll go ahead and configure the columns to read configuration to only select the data we care about. As before, I'll give this origin a name to keep things organized, and then hit preview to take a peek at some rows. Transformer for Snowflake's apply function processor makes it easy to take advantage of Snowflake's extensive library of native functions. I'll give this stage a name, add born years ago, and then configure it. What I'm going to do is add a column representing how many years ago a patient was born, something which could come in handy later when doing other processing. I'll configure the date and time function dateDiff to take the difference between the birthday column and the last day of 2023, writing to a new column called born years ago. Hitting preview, you can click through the stages of the pipeline to see what effect our new processor had. With our encounters combined and our patient records ready, we can join them by adding a join processor. This powerful stage will let you fine-tune exactly how you'd like to join your data, but we'll keep it simple by doing an inner join of the patient column from our encounters and the ID column from our patient records. With the data joined, I might also want to rename a few columns or drop some that may not be relevant anymore. While you can do this directly with Transformer for Snowflake's extensive library of no-code processors, you can also leverage pipeline fragments, which are groups of stages that can be easily shared across your organization. In this case, I've pre-created a fragment which will take care of some data quality issues for us. Let me drop that into the pipeline now. Finally, let's bring in our provider's data. Rather than selecting which columns to read, this time I'll use one more pre-created pipeline fragment which will remove extraneous columns from my data. This is a great way to centralize the management of organizational conventions around data handling. With our provider's data ready, we'll go ahead and do one last join. Here, we'll be using the provider column from our encounters and the doctor ID column from our providers. Let's go ahead and write this enriched data to a new table in Snowflake. In this case, I'll select an existing table in my database. But rather than append the data here, I'll overwrite the table. With everything set, we can go ahead and run our pipeline. After a few seconds, we can switch over to Snowsite and see that a table of 53,000 rows has been successfully created and our task is complete.